Good morning. Let us get rid of some of this tension. So take your arms out to the sides and take them up. Just really shaking. Helps to free the meridians, just shaking. Get your shoulders involved. Perhaps starting to feel some of the tension on your shoulders. Lovely. Okay, let's come down. So gentle bend and coming up. Just take it easy with your back until you warm up. And now we're going to go around in a circle. So take your feet apart. And again, bend your knees so that your back is quite safe as it slowly warms up. There's no hurry. Let's go the other way. Excellent. And a couple of really big circles. Oh. And give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. You made it. A nice class to recharge. Yeah. And pick your shoulders up. Breathe in. And really let them go. And again. Excellent. Hopefully, just moving just the shoulders, but right into the shoulder blades, into your back. Oh, I can feel that. And forwards. Lovely. Okay, let's start moving your hips. It's a nice big movement. And back the other way. Now we want to isolate some deeper muscles in the lower back and in the hips. So from your waist up, stay still, just circling your pelvis. Take it easy with your lower back, especially if it's a bit stiff. And then back the other way. Hopefully you can feel all sorts of muscles freeing up when we do this one. And then if you're clever, you do a figure of 8, and then you will certainly feel that area of the sacroiliac where your hips and back join. Let's go the other way. Lovely. Give yourself a shake. Bit of a bounce. Bouncing so that you totally relax. Again, frees up the energy through the meridians. Excellent. Okay, feet apart and parallel. Just swinging your arms. So this is a nice, relaxed. So each time my arms are just going a little bit higher, but nice and relaxed. And then I'm bending my knees. I'm going skiing down the mountain. And then gradually bending a bit more. Just work with your body, your back. Coming down, nice big opening. Just doing these full body big movements to start off with to warm up. You're getting a little bit warmer. Excellent. Take your arm and your leg out, bring them in. Nice big movement. In your own timing. You can always have your own music on in the background, you know. You don't have to put up with my music. You can put your own on. Lovely. I want to do this Gong Lung strengthening. So as you breathe in, your chest comes forward and your arms go up. And then it's tension, you pull. So I'm really feeling tension, especially in the pectoralis muscles. So it's up, quite relaxed, but lift your chest. Breathe in and I'm going to do another one. Lovely. Give it a shake. Okay, we're swinging side to side. A little bit of a bounce. And then we're going to do a double. So we're going to go over and back. Again, warming yourself up. Let's do one more. And take your arm over your head for a nice stretch. A little bit of tension in your core just to look after your back. And then take your arm across your body, but turn right around. So don't swivel, actually pick your feet up and turn them rather than swiveling, especially if you're on carpet. Not so good for knees. But if you pick them up and turn your feet as you turn your body, it's quite safe. Giving a good stretch, especially through this part of your shoulder blade and your arms. Lovely. Coming back to the center, feet quite wide. A little bit of tension in your lower stomach muscles. Nice deep breath. Nice. Lovely big stretch. Relax your shoulders. And again. So just starting to feel into your legs. Feel into the thighs. Make sure that your knees are directly following the line of your feet. And we'll do one more. Excellent. Arms coming down. And again, we're doing lots of shaking today. I want to get this energy moving. Okay, warming up our back. Keep one foot still. Step forward with the other one and reach up. Step back and pull this foot up. So you're just on your heel. Drop your head, arms stretched behind. And then step forward, stretching up again. And coming down. Just feeling that hamstring set of muscles in the back of your legs. But really stretching through your spine. So lift your ribs up out of your hips. So hold this one a little bit longer. And one more. Excellent. Now we will swap feet. So keep that foot still. Step forward with this one. This time open. And as you come down, lift that foot. Arms a bit wider so you're opening across your upper back. So open through your chest and then open through your upper back. And again. And we'll hold this one a little bit longer. And we'll do one more. Lovely. Okay, this Tai Chi exercise for our arms. Lovely big figure of 8. And then let's do it right round your head. And then just find your own sort of rhythm to this. If you can move and flow with your arm. Make the movement of the arm as big as you can. Hopefully you can feel your shoulders are freed up. They're not making so much noise. I speak from my own there. Okay, let's do the other side. So get the movement going, big figure of 8. Sort of using the momentum of your body swaying to take your arm around, right through the sort of point that sticks. Excellent. Let's do one more. Now we want to do both together. So drawing figure of 8. And then you can take your arms down really slowly, feeling what's going on with your shoulder blades. So we're really stretching. Rotated cuff muscles, 6 muscles, all attached to your shoulder blades. I'm making it go really slow this morning. Excellent. And give them a shake. And give this one a shake. Legs. Okay, I want to do some tapping today. Tapping on meridian subtle energy lines in the body. So tapping all over your head, because there's quite a few of them run over the top of the head. And just freeing up the subtle energy flow. And then tapping from the center of your forehead across to your temples. And then I want you to follow the whole orbit of the eye socket. So cheekbones right around. Let's come closer so you can see me. And then there's a release point. You take your thumbs, and I'm putting them on my eyebrows, but just slightly into my eye, pushing back toward my brain. And that is a particularly good release point for headaches, tension headaches. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Then there's a release point for sinuses, so in the grooves either side of your nostril. And if you're getting hay fever at the moment, that's a really good one. And another one for the whole face, all of the lymph for the face, right at the very base of your cheekbone, so the lowest point. And if you were really suffering, you could hold these for a minute and then repeat again for another minute. Coming down as if you have a moustache. Relates to your small intestine meridian. And then the large intestine is from the chin out along the jaw to the ears. Excellent. Now tapping over the heart chakra and the thymus gland. So this is your immune system. The body sort of opening up to be okay about being in the world. Okay, to be in a good relationship with the world. And then there's a point just under your collarbones. And this one's very much about releasing, I suppose, emotional tension that builds up in and around the chest and the lungs. Yeah. Okay, making a fist. And then just into trapezius. You can be quite rough on this one. Coming down lung meridian in line with your thumb. Do it 3 times. And then we rub the thumb just to activate that release point at the end of the meridian. And you press on just under the base of the nail. Then we're going to do the large intestine. So these are both detoxing meridians. Press on the base of the nail. Coming up in line with that index finger. These first 2 are detoxing. And then the middle one, so you come down the inside of the middle of your arm in line with your middle finger. And this is your triple burner. This is helping to balance your energy, your vitality, your metabolic rate type of thing. Give that finger a rub. Press on the base of the nail. Ring finger, this is the circulation of everything. Fluid, blood, emotions, everything that's supposed to move in your body. Press on the base of the nail. And then coming up around the outside edge. And this one blocks in most people around here. So you're around this area, especially the lymph gets blocked in association with the meridian lines. So this is where the energetic body is meeting and affecting the physical body, if you like. And then the last two, coming up the inside of the arm, in line with the little finger, go gently. This is where you absorb nourishment from the world. So small intestine is where you absorb food. Heart meridian is where you absorb love, belonging, care, nourishment, support from the world. So there's 2 points either side of that nail. So hopefully you can feel a difference between that arm and this arm. Maybe this one's fizzing, feels a bit lighter. So let's do the other side. Make your fist into trapezius. If it's really tight, give it a good massage, coming down in line with that thumb. Remember your lungs. They're not just about congestion in the physical lungs, but congestion builds up in the lung meridian in response to grief. So we feel grief whenever we give up anything. So you might have to give up a job. You've had to give up the way that you work in the last few months. Press on the base of the nail. There'll be a lot of you've had to give up your freedom. So there'll probably be, in most people, a bit of lung congestion at the moment. Index finger. Press on the base of the nail. This will be helping. Just helps you cope with it all. Coming up in line with the index finger, that's that large intestine. Your body getting rid of what it doesn't need anymore. Coming down the middle, triple burner. Very much about bringing that energy system into balance, your metabolism. And press on the base of the nail. Ring finger. Press on the base of the nail. Coming up, make sure you get this end part where your arm joins your back. You might be able to reach. I can't reach. You can see where I'm going. Lovely. Lastly, those two on the inside. Go gently, in line with your little finger. Heart and small intestine. Up. Press either side at the base of that nail. Lovely. Okay, into your kidneys. Gently. Just releasing fears and doubts. Okay, very heavy energy. Get stuck in here. Give them a rub. Really energizes the kidney meridian. And then flat hand down the side of your body. Okay, this is gallbladder meridian. It's more related to your immune system, your lymph flow. Getting the interface with the world. Thumbs into the buttocks. Okay, really release. Find any points of tension and just let them go. It's where a lot of energy gets stuck in your body because it's a good place. It's not going to stop you functioning. Okay? Okay, we're going to free up the whole of the gut. So I want you to start at your right hip, coming out right up under the ribs, circling around. Go easy over your bladder. Just use as much force as your body's happy with. And you're sort of spiraling around, and you may notice some points, oh, that's a bit sore. Just freeing up some of a lot of tension, anything in your life that you can't stomach, anything that really turns your stomach, okay, get stuck in here. A lot of anger up around here. I'd rather not have that there. And then all around your tummy button. About 10 acupuncture points. You getting warm? Good. Okay, we're going to go to, there's the rest of the gallbladder meridian but there's also the large intestine. So you need to get into that groove between the muscles, and the same in your lower leg. So start right up here on the hip, right up on where your leg joins your body, coming down. Make sure you get around the knee because it blocks at this point. Coming down around the ankle bone, along the top edge of the foot, and then press your knuckle on top of the foot between your little toe and the next toe. You may find that hurts a little bit. That's a release point. So coming up here again, we're going to come down. And press on that release point. And we'll do one more. Lovely. So this is detoxing your body on quite a subtle level, quite a deep level. Now press on the point on top of your foot between your big toe and the next toe, liver meridian. And then coming up the inside edge of your foot, around your ankle and up the inside of your legs, especially blocks around the inside of the knee here. And coming up the inside of your thigh all the way up to the front of the hip here. Okay, I'll move back so you can see me. So again, press on that point between the big toe and the next toe. And then coming up the inside edge around the ankle bone, the inside of your calves, around your knee, and then all the way up. It's starting to get quite warm now. All that energy is releasing. So we do one more. Now, a lot of energy blocks around the knee, especially the back of the knee. I want you to use the flat of your hand all around the knee. Feel them both. And then lastly, the meridian that's all about flow in the body, that'll help all this energy release keep flowing, is your bladder meridian. So you want flat of your hands up and down the back of your legs. Okay. Now, all this heat, have a drink. All this heat that's now coming off your body, that was energy that was not flowing, was stuck in subtle energy. You know, because this energy is now flowing, at your glands is where the subtle energy that comes in through your chakras meets your physical body. So every chakra has a different gland associated with it. And these meridian energy pathways bring that vitality, that subtle energy into your physical body. So that's now free to do that. So it's a detox process, but it's also invigorating all those glands and therefore organs and all the systems in your body. So that's why you sort of think, oh, what have I done? It's an overall body health effect, if you like. And then we're going to continue it when we do our stretches. After we've done that, we're further working and releasing those meridian lines as well as stretching the bones and muscles. So it's sort of a double benefit to doing it in this order. Okay, calf muscles. Both feet facing the same direction as much as your ankles will allow. Front knee is bent, back leg. Pushing the heel down till you feel a good stretch in that calf muscle behind the back of your knee. So again, you're stretching all sorts of meridians as well as ligaments, tendons, muscles, bones. Then bring that back foot in. Knee follows your foot and you're pushing all your weight down through your heel. Okay, so this foot's just for balance. You can come down like this if you find you get a better stretch. You should feel it deeper in your calf, maybe more toward the inside and around your Achilles tendon. Lovely. Let's do the first stretch on the other side. So make sure your feet are on railway tracks as much as you can. Hips are facing forward. Front knee is bent. Back leg is straight, pushing that back heel down till you feel a stretch. Lovely. Now bring your back foot in, knee follows your foot, going down on the same angle always. So in all the yoga we do, your knee always is in alignment with your foot, and your hips in alignment with your knee. And that way it's safe. Excellent. Coming up, let's stretch front of the quads, these 4 big muscles, up into the 2 big hip flexors. So you need a wall for balance. Grab your ankle, you can hook a sock, you can hold your leggings, but it's better if you're not sort of twisting. If you're twisting, you might want to rest your leg on a chair. Okay, you don't want to be twisting in your back. Bring your knee and thigh next to each other, shoulder back, lifting your ribs. Then pull your heel away from your buttock, pull it back rather than up, but you still keep your thigh next to the other one. A lot to think about, I know. But if you get it right, you'll feel a stretch. Deepen your thigh, then push this hip bone forward, and you'll feel the stretch move up into the front of the hip. A lot of people have very tight quads, especially if you don't stretch and you do hill walking. We do a lot of walking, cycling. And it can start to alter the angle, the tilt of your pelvis. And if it does that, it places more stress on your lower back. Starts to mean you can't sit in a way that's good for your back, even when you're sitting in a chair. So we need these muscles nice and long. See the other side. You notice we held that for quite a while. I'm building these ones up. So get your alignment, thigh and knee together, shoulder back, ribs lifted. Pull your heel away from the buttock. Everything in a nice alignment. Then push this hip bone, same side hip bone forward. Just welcome that stretch right through these muscles. You know they're getting tight if you can no longer kneel comfortably. It's not your knees, but the tightness in the front of your legs stops you from just kneeling. Because you really want to continue to be able to kneel if you can, as you get a bit older. Lovely. Forward bend. So have your feet nice and comfortably wide, bending from your hips. Keep your chin up. And it's like you're lengthening. So I'm lengthening my spine as I come down. I'm going to hold this position here. I can feel some muscles in my lower back. I'm just strengthening those muscles so they support the bones. And then I'm coming down slowly. Give your head a shake, relax your head and neck, relax your elbows, relax your shoulders. And just breathing into the back of your ribs, feeling like all the tension from the week is just flowing out through your hands down into the floor. And just slightly wiggle from side to side, just freeing up those hip joints. And then take your arms from one foot to the other, and you'll feel the 3 different hamstring muscles. Excellent. Coming down onto the floor, you might want to have a cushion or a block just under the your tailbone, base of your spine for these ones. Just helps to lengthen. So lifting up, lengthening through your spine. And you keep that length by keeping your chin up. Otherwise this happens. So you keep your chin up, keeps the length. Opposite hand on your knees. And then bending from your hips, come forward as far as you go. When you reach your full stretch, then relax your shoulders, relax your head. Close your eyes and just gently breathe with this stretch, this posture. Feel like you're moving with your body down into the stretch. So any resistance that you feel, you're just going to gently let it go. You feel it's quite strong across your lower back and into your hips. Shouldn't be any sharp pain or any hot burning feeling, but it is a strong stretch. One of the best stretches that you can do to really maintain the correct movement between your spine and your hips, so that when you're walking, when you're sitting, whenever you're moving during your day, the sacroiliac joint is free to move in the way it needs to. Otherwise, it starts causing problems in other joints. Coming up slowly. So it was a nice, good stretch. Swap your legs over, find a comfortable position. You can have one leg straight, you can have a very loose cross, whatever's comfortable for knees. But again, lifting, keep your chin up. So you're going to bend from your hips, coming down as far as you go. And relax through your shoulders. And breathe. A nice sigh, just letting go of the tension. Absolute luxury to have time just to let it go. So well done, giving yourself that time. And then coming up slowly, does it? Excellent. Shoulder your feet together. Draw your heels towards your body. Lift through your chest. Then push those knees down. Okay, so keep the lift through your chest so that you know your lower back should be quite comfortable, but you can feel strong stretch inside thighs. And again, you want to keep these muscles long if you can. So pushing down with the big strong muscles. Yeah, it's good. So we don't bounce. Bouncing can actually shorten the muscles. We're just a sustained long stretch. Excellent. And release. Stretch your legs out in front. You're going to point your toes down and pull your heels back. It's freeing up not just the physical ligaments and tendons in the front of your ankles, but you're also working on the energy pathway, so you're keeping it all free and open. And just picking on the points in your body where things block and seize up. Okay, flowing forward bend. So lift up out of the base of your spine. You're going to bring your hands out, breathe in through your nose if you can. Keep your chin up, bend from your hips. Breathe out through your mouth. So there's a breathing in, lift. And nice and slowly, slower the better. We're lifting heart energy up to the throat, releasing tension in the solar plexus as we breathe out. So you're really getting a flow of energy upward. You can feel that it's strongly stretching your hamstrings and into your lower back. So take it easy if your lower back's a little stiff or sore. You may need to bend your knees. We're going to do one more and we're going to hold it. Hold a bit more of a sustained stretch today. So come down as far as you go, wriggle your hips back. So walk back. So you can come down as far as you are comfortable. And I just want you to close your eyes and just talk to the muscles in the back of your legs. And just with your mind, see if you can release, give them permission to release. There's little muscle spindles in your muscle, and it's a protective mechanism to stop the muscle overstretching and causing damage. And when we stretch for longer than 30 seconds, and we hold that stretch, we override that muscle spindle, that safety mechanism. But because we're nice and warm and we're just holding the stretch, it allows the muscle fibers to stretch a little bit more than they would normally. So people like gymnasts and dancers use this to really lengthen muscles on a more permanent basis. So you wouldn't want to do it cold, and we wouldn't do it as the first stretch we do of the hamstrings, but it's quite safe to do it now because we've already worked and stretched the hamstrings quite a lot and in a dynamic way. So while I'm talking, you may have noticed that the tension's eased off a bit in the back of your legs. That's that little spindle has released. So I want you to come up slowly, very slowly. Well done. Because we haven't done that for a few weeks, so well done. It's all about the flow of the back of your legs. Take your right foot, place it on the outside of your left knee. You can keep this left leg straight or you can tuck it under. And most important thing, pull this knee close. You want it close to your body. Lift through your spine. Place your right hand down close to your body. Breathe in, lift again. Breathe out, turn to the right. Pull this knee across your body till you're getting a lovely twist, but you're still lifted. You haven't sunk down here. You're still lifted in your spine. Excuse me. So if you let your shoulder go back, you'll get a stretch through your chest. You can feel the twist in your lower back, deep under the buttock muscles, into those hip rotator muscles, into the outside thigh. And it's helping to free up some of that tension that we worked on with the tapping in and around your gut and your tummy. A lot of emotional tension is stored around that part of our body. So you're just helping that to go. Now, while I'm talking, you've been holding this for quite a while. Well done. Coming back round to the front. Let's do the other side. So left foot on the outside of your right knee. Tuck this one under if you want to. Draw this knee close. Lift through your spine. Really important, that lift. Left hand down sustains that lift. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, turn to the left, pulling this knee across. Should feel like quite a strong stretch, but still comfortable. No sharp pain, no hot feeling, no panicky feeling. If there's ever a panicky feeling, that's your body talking to you saying, you're pushing this too much. Pull back a bit, stay in your comfort zone. So again, you can feel the tension deep in your hips, keeping those little hip rotators nice and long, keeping them happy because they become very sensitive and reactive. And they tighten up, especially if you're sitting a lot. They do tighten up. Especially if you're sitting a lot and you've got deadlines and you've got mental or emotional tension going on. Oh boy, they're not happy then. And coming back round to the front, untangle your legs. Stretching through the side, take your arm right over your head. Keeping your buttocks on the floor so you really feel it through that gallbladder meridian, but also through the side of your body. Helps to keep the lymph flowing around the whole of your chest, the breast, the lymph nodes. Keeping everything flowing so your body is naturally detoxing. That's what your lymph system's involved with, your immune system and the detox process. Okay, clasp your hands, turn them over, take them up, relax your shoulders down, and then very slowly bring your arms down, really feeling what's going on with your shoulder blades. Are they coming down evenly? Are their muscles sort of protesting? How far down your ribs can you get your shoulder blades to settle? That's it. And pull your shoulders back, pull them down, lift through your chest and lift your chin, and then just turn to look over one shoulder, back to the center, over the other shoulder, back to the center. Lovely. Have a drink, come up onto your feet. We're going to work with Tadasana, mountain posture, and do some work with some deep yogic breathing. So this first part of the yoga class is always an emphasis on release and detox. I should go through a release and a detox. I'll bring you to this point where we do Tadasana, I realign you, rebalance you, and then the rest of the class is sort of rejuvenation and replenishment. So that's the vague plan, okay? So have your feet parallel, hip width apart, spread your toes, knees nice and soft. Find a point on the floor to look at. Keep looking at that point as you come up on your toes. Reaching up, I want you to pull your ribs up out of your hips. Keep looking at that point. And you feel those ankle proprioceptors, balance receptors working. You can feel your ankle strengthening. See if you can hold it. Come down if you need to and come back up again. It takes time to build up the strength in your ankles. Depends what you've been doing. Lower your heels, bring your arms and shoulders down without collapsing in the middle. So you'll feel like I've realigned you. I've changed your posture. You're tall and proud like a mountain. Okay, release your knees if they're locked. If your chin's forward, tuck it back, but close your eyes. Feel the connection down into the earth. The weather is crazy at the moment and we need to stay really connected. Sometimes when it's crazy, we disconnect from nature. Let's reaffirm that connection down through the earth. Nice, stable, strong, grounded energy. But we're also allowing this subtle energy to flow up and spiral around the chakras, all the way up to the crown, where the crown opens to that higher spiritual energy pouring into your body. So when you're a mountain, you're like a conduit for two amazing sources of energy. Energy coming in from above and energy coming up from below, and they meet in the heart. This is why quite often if you climb a mountain, you'll feel something opening in your heart. It's a heart opening, awesome experience. Now very gently rocking forward and backward, becoming aware of a point under the ball of your foot. That's your balance point, your anchor. And then circling around that point. So I'm drawing in all the energy that's scattered with all of my thoughts all week, and I'm bringing it back to recharge, to rebalance. Let's go back the other way. I'm just coming back into myself, into a connection with the essence of who I am. And then come to rest lightly balanced over those 2 points. Let's free up our upper body so that we can breathe as we were designed to. So breathe into the top of your shoulders. As you breathe out, feel your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Do that again. Just feel the tension releasing and your head and neck are free. Breathe from the center of your chest out across your upper back. Feel your upper back open. As you breathe out, feel the relaxation as your shoulder blades come down your ribs. And again, really opening your wings so you can fly. Okay, breathe up under your arms. As you breathe out, feel those ribs release. That tension, that fear and doubt and worry might not be yours. You might be picking up everybody else's wrapped around your ribs. Let's let it go. Come into your own heart, your own truth. And now bringing your awareness into the heart center, so between your sternum and your spine. And just coaxing a feeling of opening. You can think of a flower, a bud, opening into a beautiful bloom. If you've seen the roses at the moment, they love this weather and they're all blooming beautifully. Imagine there's a rose in there just beautifully opening. And then take that opening feeling right down through a channel through the very center of your body. It's a surrender. It's not a feeling where you're trying to achieve something. It's more a surrender to something that's already there. You are already naturally open. If you're in a natural state of being, you are open. Just allow yourself to be open. Now place your hands on your tummy and just take the breath. As you breathe into your tummy so your hands move away from your body. As you breathe out, your hands come back towards your body, towards your spine as you breathe out, releasing the air. And just breathing in again. Imagine you're breathing in that beautiful mountain air, fresh, clean, pure air. It's silky smooth. There's so much prana and subtle energy in the air on top of mountains. Breathe it into your whole system. Imagine it zooming around those free meridians, vitalizing organs, really replenishing your whole body's energy system. Because as you imagine breathing in more prana, so you do. And if you breathe in the best quality air, what happens is the thoughts in your mind become self-affirming. It's like clearing out the negative thoughts. You deserve the best. So breathe in that best quality air. Lovely. Now gently open your eyes and come back into the room. We're just going to work through the spine in energy block release 1. And then I want to do a very special posture. I want to do some shoulder stands, but I want to combine it with the bridge. Because what I've found over the years is certain postures, when you put them together, they have a synergistic effect, and they have a greater effect than just the sum of the two of them. And just through my own yoga practice, the shoulder stand and the bridge together have a really powerful, an amazing effect on your body. So we're going to do those two today. That's the plan. So take your feet apart. Okay. You need to engage your core, especially for this first bit. So have one hand under, one hand over. You're going to lift through your spine as you breathe in. Engage your core. And then as you breathe out, bend the way of this top arm. So nice supported back by engaging your core. Coming up, circle your arms, breathe and lift. Engage your core, breathe out and bend. Lovely. Coming up, circle, breathe and lift. Engage your core, breathe out and bend. So doing it very mindfully, very purposefully. And again, breathe in, lift, and bend. Excellent. Bring your feet closer together. You can either go from heart to brow or from crown upward, whichever suits you. So perhaps we'll all start heart to crown. So we can do chair of the heart. So you take your hands to here and you bend. Okay. So tucking your bottom under so your body is like an alignment. You're connecting your heart energy with your head energy, if you like, your mind, and your whole body comes into alignment. Bring it down. This time we're going to go from crown up. So as you bend, arms go up and you feel like an arrow. And the heart of that arrow is your heart chakra. So breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. And bring your hands down. Excellent. Okay, what I want to do now is place your hands on your shoulders. And you're going to breathe in. And breathe out. Breathing in. And breathe out. So big circle. Breathing in. And breathe out. Really feeling any tension still in your shoulders. And again, breathing in. We're freeing up the heart protector point when we do this one. So not just working physically, but letting go some of that heart emotional grief. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Opening. Okay, so twist of the shoulders, but elbows are nice and relaxed, opening the heart from behind, opening the heart from the front. And then twisting, looking into one palm, open as you come through the center and twist the other way. So really releasing that tension that might have been sitting on top of your shoulders. Excellent. Arms come down. Now just turn your head over one shoulder, bring it back to the center, Turn it over the other shoulder, back to the center. Then tilt your ear to your shoulder and push the other hand down. Strong stretch on the side of your neck. And if you've been sitting at a computer desk quite a lot, take it easy, it might be quite tight. Coming up slowly, let's do the other side. And come up slowly. Imagine you've got a squash ball here. You can take your chin forward, down onto your chest, and then roll that ball up as you stack the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Take it easy if you've had any kind of neck injuries. Maybe just do 2 rather than 3 of these. So breathe out. And coming up. Really slowly, bringing throat, bringing heart energy up into the throat so you can speak your truth with compassion. Always other benefits other than the physical in this yoga. Turn one foot to 90 degrees, lift through your spine, relax through your shoulders, arms are relaxed. Turn your hip toward that foot, then your ribs and your shoulders, coming all the way around until that back heel lifts up onto your toe. If you're wobbly, pull your core in, keep breathing. And then as you come back around, open your arms so you get a feeling of opening. And turn that foot last. Turn the other foot. Hips, ribs, shoulders, coming right round, lifting that heel. Pull your core in if you're wobbly, or bring your feet closer together. And then coming back round, turn that foot. Do one more. This time we'll bring in the arms. So hips, ribs, shoulders. Take your hand to your opposite shoulder and the other one into the small of your back. A lovely twist for your spine. And then coming back round, really opening. Let's do the other side. So we do this one with a spine that's already quite warmed up so that we get the maximum benefit of releasing the tension between the little joints between your spine. Tiny little joints, little bits of bone that stick out joined to each other. And they have little ligaments between. Apart from a deep massage or a chiropractic or osteopathic treatment, there's not many things get into those joints quite effectively as that one does. Okay, we're going to do a back extension. We're going to do a spinal wave. So you need to support your back. Pull in your lower stomach muscles and your buttock muscles. Lift your chest, look at the ceiling, don't drop your head back too far, and just push your hips forward as far as is comfortable for your back. So it should feel like a good stretch, but no panicky feeling, no pain. And then lifting through your spine, feel like you're lengthening through the crown of your head, come down to just a flat back position, hold it for a moment. Bend your knees and release down, almost like a rag doll. Now we're going to curl up, pull your core in, and we're curling up from the base of the spine, bringing your head, neck and shoulders up last. So you're stacking one vertebrae on top of the other as you come up really slowly. And you'll feel that you've shifted a lot of energy from lower chakras up to higher. Okay, we're going to do that again. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm supporting my back, pull in buttock muscles, lower stomach muscles, lift my chest, look at the ceiling. Pushing my hips forward, so just as much as your back is happy with. And then I come through, I'm lengthening through my spine. Lengthening, I'm going to come down a little bit further now. Hold that position a wee bit. And then relax your knees, collapsing down. Now engage my core, and I'm going to slowly curl up. You might want to put your hands on your thighs for support if your back needs it on the way up. So one vertebrae at a time, really good for your back. And coming up, lovely. Okay, we're going to come down and do the bridge, and we're going to go into a shoulder stand using a wall. So I'm going to move this plant. You may need to kind of adjust things so that you're not going to crash into anything, but if you're happy to do a shoulder stand freestanding on the mat, that's fine. But if you need the help of a wall, you need to get yourself a wall. So coming down onto the floor, we're going to do the bridge first. So have your feet hip width apart and parallel. Lying down, Just have your lower back in contact with the floor and slide your heels in so that your knees are comfortable. We're going to go up in 3 stages. Just move down, you can see me. Okay, first stage, bend at your waist, lift your pelvis up off the floor. And then you're just going to slowly lower down, 1 vertebra at a time. And when your lower back reaches the floor, release the buttock muscles. We're still working on releasing that tension deep inside those deeper muscles in your hip and pelvis. Okay, stage 2, lift your hips, lift your ribs. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor, starting between your shoulder blades. You're just going to slowly lower your spine down the mat. 1 vertebra at a time, using your stomach muscles and strengthening your core. So nice and slowly, noticing if there's any sort of jerky movements, any part of the spine that's a bit stiff. And release. Release as many muscles as you can find. Okay, if you just want to do stage 2, please do that. If you'd like to do a full bridge, lift your hips, lift your ribs. Tuck your shoulders under so you come up onto the back of your arms. You need to adjust your feet so that your lower back is happy. So if it's pinching, bring your feet slightly closer. Take more weight on your heels and you can release the buttock muscles a wee bit. Relax your toes, relax your fingers. Let those strong muscles in and around your hips, your thighs, let them work. If you find one heel or foot is slipping or moving, make sure it stays parallel. Breathing into the top of your chest. So really good for your spine, really good for opening the front of the body and for aligning the energy through the chakras. We've freed up a lot of that energy. Now we're sort of bringing it into alignment and we're recharging. Lovely. Untuck your shoulders and coming down slowly does it. So 1 vertebra at a time. Releasing, relaxing down onto the mat. Now, hopefully more of your back is in contact with the mat. Just briefly, imagine that your spine is lengthening from crown to tail, widening across the back of your shoulders, back of the hips. Knees are releasing up toward the ceiling and your head is gently releasing up out of your neck. So it's like you set an intention to open from the solar plexus in all directions, releasing tension. Marvelous. Now, draw your knees up to your chest. Give them a hug. Then you're going to stretch your legs out, stretch your arms out, and just really pull your ribs up out of your hips. So we're really nicely prepared now for a shoulder stand. Now, shoulder stand is an inverted posture, so it shifts a lot of energy. I'll give you different options, and you can choose at which level you are comfortable to do a shoulder stand. Depends on your neck, any past injuries, depends on strength of your core. So the first stage, which is suitable for everyone, you get yourself a wall and you get yourself as close to that wall as you can. And then you're going to swivel around and place your feet, wriggle your bottom into the wall, place your feet against the wall. That is stage 1. And this is a really good position for your body because your energy is flowing this way, so it revitalizes in terms of your subtle energy. And in terms of your physical body, it's helping any fluid, it's helping the venous return. It's really good for your heart, okay? So it's quite relaxing. If you're on the first 3 days of your period, you're a bit worried about your neck or your back, well, this is as much of a shoulder stand or an inverted posture as you want to do today. Just do this. If you would like to take it to the next stage, you can put your feet on the wall, and you want to get, I just have to talk about this before I do it because I can't talk once a minute. You want to get your torso as upright as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up onto the top of my shoulders, hands under the back of my hips, and pull my elbows in. Now don't turn your head, okay? So just this position here, I'm trying to get this part of my body upright. And then you can just take one leg away from the wall at a time until you feel comfortable to take both. And you can use the wall to just wriggle further up on your shoulders, but you've got it there for support. Okay, so nice. You in the shoulder stand, you're trying to get your body in one vertical alignment as much as your neck and shoulders will allow. And you may want to go into this position, which is very comfortable. You just work with your body, with what feels good for you. If you've not done a shoulder stand for a while, don't hold it for too long. The other thing you might want to do is to go into a plow. So you just take your legs over your head. You can bend your legs and just take them as far as is comfortable for you. But you'll get a really good stretch through your lower back and especially into the sacrum. And then if you want to, you can come back up. Or at any time, you can just take your feet back against the wall. But it should be comfortable. It's strong, but it should be comfortable. So maybe you might take it down into a plow. Some people do a plow where they bend their knees and they can find that they can get a better stretch. And then when you've had enough, you just take your feet back to the wall, lowering down. And you want to come over to the side and just spend a moment or two, just allowing your blood pressure and your body to get used to the shift in energy, because there's a huge shift in energy when you do the shoulder stand. You just want to take it easy. And what you might want to do is just go into the child on the way up. You're just coming down into the child. And coming up slowly. Now, you might feel a bit lightheaded at this point because we have shifted a lot of energy. So the relaxation will recharge you. If you're having to leave the class now, I need you to go and ground your energy. So if you're going to do the relaxation later, just go and get bare feet out on the ground or get yourself just outside in a few breaths, or you're going to feel a bit lightheaded. So those who are staying for the relaxation now, I would strongly recommend that if you're comfortable to do the relaxation in Makrasana and the crocodile, that you do. It just goes perfectly with what we've been doing. You can always turn over if it gets uncomfortable. Just a reminder, Makrasana is this position. So one hand on top of the other, forehead on your hands, feet apart, turning your heels in and your toes outward. So if you just get yourself into a nice, comfortable position for relaxation, and we just need to bring your energy down, ground that energy a little bit. You might need to have a drink. So just give you a couple of moments to get yourself organized. Well done. Shoulder stand Shoulder stand done really properly, like we just did, is extremely powerful yoga. It's the sort of posture that you could do it lots of times on a certain level and get certain benefits, and just do it once on a higher level and you get amazing benefits. So that's where we were aiming for today. So well done. And you get the benefit whether you just got your feet up the wall or you're doing the full shoulder stand. It's magic like that. And combining it with the bridge, just, I don't fully understand it, but they're a good combination. Okay, get yourself nice and comfortable. Next 20 minutes is your time to completely rejuvenate, enough to last you the whole week. So let the world go, switch off any to-do list in your mind. Have a good wriggle. If you're lying on your back, have your feet slightly apart and turned outward. Just kicks in the parasympathetic nervous system, the chill out one, if you like. If you're lying them across, and see if you can relax across your hips and your shoulders, or just have that intention and they will gradually release through the relaxation. And we'll begin with some deep yogic breathing. So like we did before, breathing into your belly. You can place your hands on your tummy and just breathe into your hands. Down through that channel. Then gently pull your hands back towards your spine, releasing the air. Breathing in again when you're ready. And with your mind, I just want you to follow the breath. Imagine the breath is taking you by the hand. It's taking you down deep into the part of you, of your mind, that's profoundly quiet. There's a peace to be found in following the breath. We just surrender and trust. If your mind is distracted, don't worry about that. Just simply bring it back as soon as you notice. Really simple, simply following the breath. Because we've done quite strong yoga today, and we've shifted a lot of subtle energy, you may find that you can dive down deep into that piece quite easily, and maybe even go a bit deeper than you've gone for a little while. So just allow that to happen. If there's let go, go with that feeling. That's some intuitive wisdom coming through. So we still stay awake, but deeply relaxed. Just following the breath as if it's our best friend. Because the breath takes you back into connection with yourself, your truth. This beautiful, calm, clear, strong essence that you are. So just feel the tension melting away into the floor. Our bodies want to release the tension. It's our minds that hold it. Let your body wisdom prevail. Let your body's intuitive wisdom allow you to release. Be as a little child, happy to surrender to the moment. the innocence and the simplicity. And now in your mind, I want you to take your awareness to the very center of your chest, where we worked before, in your heart chakra, your heart center. And I want you to imagine that bud, that flower. You might want to imagine a lotus or maybe a rose or whatever is a flower you resonate with. A flower that starts as a closed bud. So see that bud or feel that bud deep in the center of your chest. Maybe it's early in the morning and it's got a few drops of dew. There's a freshness about it. And then I want you to imagine, either see or feel or both, the sun is coming up. And it's just a gentle warmth and a beautiful light reaching the petals of that flower. And as the sun gathers in its strength and its power, that little flower starts to open. It's opening to the light. So imagine it's in slow motion and it's in the center of your chest. And it's slowly starting to unfold in response to this beautiful light. So the light of the sun is creating an opening deep inside of you. And the petals that are revealed are perfect. They may still have some drops of dew, but the fresh vibrancy of them is absolutely beautiful. If it's a rose, you may be able to even smell that rose. Feel the warmth of the sun on your chest, on your body. And as that little flower opens, let there be a feeling of opening in your chest and in your upper back, but it starts deep inside and moves outward. And it feels very natural. It's not forced at all. It's a feeling of expansion and opening. So it's not forced, it's more of a surrender. So as you open to the light, in the very center of that flower, imagine that your light is shining. This is the essence of who you are. And that light is responding and shining. Pure, clear, vibrant. And this feeling of expansion, just let it start to radiate. It's not just in your chest and your upper back now. It's moving down into the solar plexus, around the back of the kidney area now. And there's a feeling of opening, and anything negative is just flowing up into the heart and being what's called transmuted, turned into a beautiful light. So it might be that there's still tension around your diaphragm, around the back of your kidneys, through the center of your body. And you just imagine it lifting up into the light coming from this beautiful flower, and the darkness is just transformed into light. And you know this is working when you start feeling an easing of any tension in the very center of you. Maybe it feels easier to breathe deeply. Maybe you notice as you breathe in, you're breathing into the back of your ribs, because you can. Very slow but very subtle opening occurring. And now I want you to take that feeling of opening just a little bit deeper. So it's as if this beautiful feeling coming from your chest is now flowing down into your sort of abdominal area, mid, lower back, pelvis. And the shoulder stand will have opened up channels that we can now take that opening a bit further. So imagine that beautiful opening feeling, that surrender is just moving down and in and around all of your organs, down through your back. It's just dissolving any tension, but there's a feeling of light filling your body, a lightness. And there's nothing stopping the flow of this light. And if you become aware of parts of your body that maybe do still feel a bit tense, or there's a sense of heaviness or a deadness, a feeling of something's not moving. Imagine more of this beautiful light from that flower in your heart is flowing into that part of your body. Love that part of your body. It needs some extra TLC. And now the sense of beautiful opening, I want you to let it flow into your hip joints, into any tension that's in and around deep in the base of your spine. And you're going to allow it to start to move so that it's flowing down through your legs. So there's a feeling of release and surrender in the thighs, in the big muscles of the thighs, right through to the femur bone. And this feeling of release is flowing into your knees as they fill with light. Now take this lovely feeling, remember that flower opening and the light shining. Take that feeling into your lower legs, especially the calf muscles. Filling with light. And now move down, looking for tension. Move into your ankles. Filling with that feeling of opening, filling with the light. Into your feet, toes. Just searching for anywhere where energy is not flowing or there feels like there's physical tension. And then that feeling of that flower opening to reveal beautiful light, and that light flowing out to fill your body. And now bring your awareness back up to the heart center, to the center of your chest, and feel like the light now, that opening feeling is flowing up into the top of the chest, and especially the back of the shoulders. So that area that's like a cape from your neck across your shoulders. And this is like a cape. It's like your heart protector wants to cover you in a cape so that you can't be emotionally hurt by the world. But we're going to open with this flower and we're going to throw off that cape. And we're going to trust. We're going to let the tension just dissolve away in the light. So again, just searching for tension, searching for resistance. Use the power of your mind. You cannot possibly understand how powerful your mind is. Go right into your shoulders. See that flower, feel it opening, feel the light flowing into any tension. Under the shoulder blades, right up to where the back of the arms join the back. Real area of tension often. See if you can feel like this light is getting up under the shoulder blades. It's like it's freeing your wings, and it's your heart that enables you to soar. So an open heart enables your wings to soar. And you step into a way of living and a way of being that is profound. Yes, it takes courage to open the heart. It's easier to follow everybody else who likes to close down in fear. It takes courage to open to love and to stay open and let this light shine. So now continue this feeling of opening into the shoulder joints. And if these joints are particularly your area of tension, just really go deep into the shoulder joint. Imagine that feeling of a flower opening to the sunshine in the early morning. Grasp that feeling and let it reside in your shoulders. And then the beautiful feeling of filling with light is flowing down your upper arms, deep right into the bones, all the muscles. And now it's flowing down into the elbows. And a lot of people carry tension in their elbows and they have no idea they do, until they get a bit older and they have problems with arthritis. Let your elbows fill with light. And now it's flowing down into the forearms. And you may even feel that you want to just gently open your palms, allowing this light to just fill the palms, the fingers, all the ends of those meridians. And your wings are free now. There's nothing to stop you letting your light shine and taking flight. This beautiful combination of opening to love and freedom. Just feel any tension that's still in your body. It's just responding to the opening. When you work powerfully in this way with your mind, your body can't hold on to tension. And now we're going to move up into the throat and the neck. And for some people, this is often an area that the energy is blocked or closed. Maybe you haven't felt like you can speak up. Maybe you're not being heard. Maybe you were told to be quiet. Maybe you lack confidence in what you're saying. The throat is the center of ideas, of the mind, of the expression of truth. Imagine a beautiful flower is opening in your throat and it's going right through, opening to the sunshine. It's going right through into the back of the neck. And if the shoulder stand brought up any tension in your neck, it should have freed this part of your body, so we can now fill it with love. Again, imagine the opening deep in the back of your throat into the jaw. You can whisper the sound of an R like the wind. When you whisper an R and you have a feeling of opening or a feeling of smiling or laughing, the jaw releases. You can't hold tension in the main joint. Now feel the opening in the base of your tongue. This beautiful light is just filling your sinuses, your whole face, behind your eyes, your scalp, your head, your brain, right into the back of your head, especially where your head and neck join, which will have been opened by the shoulder stand. Now imagine the light from that beautiful flower in your heart It's now starting to flow out into an energy field or a beautiful aura that surrounds your body. And I want you to turn it to the first color that pops into your mind. Don't edit that, just whatever color. That'll be the vibration that you most need because you are intuitive. And just feel like you're resonating with that color, whatever that color is. It's bringing you deep peace and healing. It's flowing right out. And if you feel comfortable, our aura is usually about 1/2 foot around our body. See if you can double that. Just let your aura, it's like your energy field having a big stretch. Just let it gently expand. You'll know this feeling if you've ever stood in the middle of a field and just felt like you want to stretch your arms out and you feel like your energy could fill all that you can see, certainly the field, or if you've stood on a mountain and felt that your energy is expanding throughout the mountains. That sort of feeling. And just experiment with how comfortable, how far you feel that you can expand your aura. Because it is really good for the heart to expand. And for you to realize all that you are. And now gently bringing your energy field back to wherever you're comfortable. I want you to slowly come back into an awareness of your physical body, lying on the floor in this room. And take your time, take a nice deep breath and just start to move your physical body. Start with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Moving to arms, maybe stretching your arms overhead, waking up your spine. If you're lying on your back and your lower back is a little stiff, just gently draw your knees up to your chest and rock them from side to side. Just getting back into your body. Just starting to move. And when you're ready, just rolling over onto your right hand side. It's easier on your heart, supporting your head. Just take a few moments. We've worked really strongly today. You just need to take your time and let your body adjust to the changes. And then coming up to sitting, nice and slowly. And just take a nice deep breath in. And another one. Namaste. I would strongly recommend that you do this class again this week. We're moving into a real time of change, and today was designed to support you in that. So, you know, when you feel your energy's dropping a bit or life's getting to you a bit, maybe later in the week, do this class again. Or if you can't do the whole class, do the relaxation, definitely. Go and have a wonderful week, and thank you. Namaste.